Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to round two of Revolution's inaugural game night. I'm back here with Matt to commentate this match, and we're watching Muat, who appears to be on some sort of Abzan, yeah, like Abzan
Abzan
Enchantments.
Glory, Abzan Enchantments, yeah, something
They,
like
they
that.
mentioned Abzan Enchantments before, so I suspect that this is their Abzan Enchantments mid-range. Then on the other side of the table, we have Herzi, who I think is also playing a similar type of Esper control. I know that they're a control player at heart, um,
It looks
and
like, yeah, Esper Control, probably with the the bounce stuff like the falls and dark bargains and things, so you can return them back to hand with that one card. I'm really bad at remembering card names. I'm sorry.
compulsive patrol. Yeah, compulsive patrol.
Yeah, that's the one, because that all combos quite nicely with each other.
Yeah, so
It looks like kind of on the back foot
Lyrehorn
currently.
Stag. Yeah, like Muat is just putting out pressure over pressure. Also, hold on, Lyrehorn Stag is a card I haven't seen before, but that seems really good. Like the ability to tutor. Um, Keeper of
Totally.
Holy Lands was um, a powerful card in its time, and this is a very similar card to that. So it's going to be grabbing a Weaving of the
Weaving the
World.
world, yeah.
Not really the most high impact card, but I guess you don't need to be high impact when you already have such a strong advantage.
Yeah, it's kind of grindy. This deck does look very grindy. Um, I can't help but think of is there an alien card with this artwork?
Which one?
The Linehorn Stag. I vaguely recall seeing it
I definitely think
graded.
it has that kind of gold blush that lots of the
Yeah,
Aenir
it's
cards do, and obviously like you look at the harp and you think Aenir set symbol.
yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, what is her Herzi's out a like
Kind of missing land drops for the looks of it.
okay,
Though
so
I
can
guess probably holding up something because otherwise you would sack the Dark Bargain to try and hit a land drop if you didn't have
mm-hmm,
some type of 4 mana instant speed card. Is my guess.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
pretty
looking at
solid
chat, it
build.
looks like there's a lock with Scald and Feast. I don't know what Feast is, but that's interesting.
Um, Feast is a saga that gives creatures -1 for each law counter on it, I believe, and then I think it returns a creature from your graveyard to your hand.
Okay, so you can just kind of keep.
Just yeah, rebuy it with the skulls and play it again, and kind of lock out all creatures with less than a certain amount of toughness.
Say, Hersey looks like flashes in the endless paper trail, and then
Which makes sense. Yeah,
eats the Lyrehorn Stag.
blocks. Yeah, blocks needs that. And maybe this is like there's more creatures in this deck than it. You know, I think you can play endless paper trail and control as well. Like it's fine, but it does turn on removal. Unless you're planning to have like a package of maybe some of these and some of Kugak's Brood, and there's a few other kind of creatures that you can, like the god from, or not the god, the horror from Secrets. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it's also fine.
Yeah, just like I think the one thing is that like lots of control decks tend to have like really slow win cons, and I think in this format, because of the amount of just sheer value there is and how much like good top decks there are, I think having cheap stuff like Endless Paper Trail is actually really good because like quote unquote early on in the game, if your opponent just doesn't play something for a turn, you just slam Endless Paper Trail, and now you have a 5 turn clock that also generates you card advantage.
Yeah,
And
yeah, it's a
it,
strong card for sure.
and yeah, unless they instantly answer it, you at least get a clue, right?
Yeah, generally you can flash it in instead. Descend into Darkness, which I guess makes sense if it's not the best removal spell in the world, but I guess makes sense if you're playing like Dark Bargains and stuff that hurt you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then now the Suffer Vol Retribution to actually kill off Mercalt.
Yeah.
And this is why I don't know what other sagas that Muat has going on, but yeah, I think you definitely could have searched up a more impactful one because now they're out of a board.
Yeah. Unless they had a giant spell in hand that they wanted to ramp to, like a 7 or 8 mana spell. But I'm not sure what
Yeah.
of that you would want here.
Alternatively,
Or,
if
or
they,
in this deck.
alternatively if they have another Mercalt, they just win here.
Yeah, that would be pretty good.
Okay, so cracks a dark bargain.
I mean, yeah, McColt will just win. There's probably other top decks that are pretty good, given that this deck looks very grindy. I have to imagine there's more um, grindy cards. Like maybe I'm not sure if you play Planeswalkers if you're playing all these like enchantment synergy pieces, but it's a kind of deck where Planeswalkers would look good, or like a Planeswalker type effect would look good.
I mean, yeah, why not just Windmill Slam Alonzo? He's just kind of well, maybe not Alonzo, but like,
But yeah,
yeah, I see what you mean.
something along those kind of lines. Yeah, it might just be that there isn't any good ones in these colors that you can play because um, Lose is not in these colors either. You could play Jorah, I guess. That wouldn't be terrible.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think. What other
Play
walkers?
Zara is also pretty good. But yeah, Alonso doesn't really fit this style of deck.
Mm-hmm. You could play Foog. Foog is not awful here.
Oh, yeah, no, I like that. Good card.
So Muad is thinking, which means that for at least good for Herzi does not have another copy of Mercalt. Because if it's Mercalt,
Plus 15.
you just windmill
I
slam
hate
it.
the slow roll, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a
It,
waste, which is an interesting
ooh,
play.
okay. So Scarvy Scald. Um,
Just gonna pick up Dark Bargain to dig for something, maybe.
yeah,
So
that's
it's
that's
just minion.
that's literally the only
I
target.
can target creatures as well. I
Wait,
mean,
no,
yeah.
wait, no. You just
Yeah,
wait. You just get back Mercalt.
glory. Yeah.
You just get
Glory card, and then
you just get back
yeah,
Mercalt
find
and
these
you win
decks.
and you do the haha funny win. Wait, no. Why are you playing? Why are you playing Jorah? You had the win. No. I
Yeah,
mean, it doesn't really matter because I think that like the
probably
this
not.
is a
And he's been quite stuck on lands as well, which
okay.
made it difficult.
Yeah.
Was there not enough black mana? Are we missing something? I'm pretty sure there was enough black mana, right?
To do what?
To um to spend the double black after all that other stuff.
Oh no, 100%. They literally have
Yeah.
five
Okay.
black sources. Like
Oh right, yeah. There's also the excavation with the token on it. So yeah, I must have just missed that it got haste, I guess, which is understandable.
mm-hmm.
It's probably the first time people have like played with a lot of these cards. So
No, that's entirely fair. And like I would have initially missed that Mercald was a valid target for Scarvy. I think
yes.
that I think that the main thing is just that like Muat picked up the right card, you know, and
Yeah.
they changed the power and toughness earlier, so they do know they might have missed that it gains haste.
Yes. I imagine that's probably what happened there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're probably like
But
like that's insane. Come on, it already has lifelink. It probably just gains
yeah.
menace.
But the unanswered Jorah is likely going to be enough either way. And we can also go for the McCull again here and basically force a counter spell or lose. Unless if you're hers, you just hope that because that they missed the haste the first time, they miss it again. But I don't think that's a very
Yeah, okay. Here comes Mercalt.
good plan. Like you just have to counter this, right? If you have a counter spell,
Yeah.
which I guess doesn't look like.
Now, no, no. The thing is, if Muad doesn't realize it has haste, could just pass the
That's
turn.
what I mean. Yeah. you, but I think if you're hers, you can't bank on that happening a second time. I think you have to counter it if you have a counter spell, just because you kind of got away with it once. But I wouldn't like to to play with fire, risk getting away with it a second time.
I mean, the fact that Muat is bothering to like Jorah first.
Extra stuff, yeah. So you've got Hergav?
Hmm.
Hergav?
Basically just a 3/3 vigilance in this current situation, which
Yeah.
it's still a 2-turn clock. So Herzi has to keep running out answers.
Kind of a monocom, basically. On a stick, I guess.
Hmm.
I guess if you
Notably,
run through the skull, you can
yeah,
get
it
upgrades.
stops Suffer Vile Retribution from being an out here, even if Muad doesn't realize that. Yeah, what? No, no.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable, I think, right?
It's understandable, but it's also like,
It is sad,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, obviously they'll be able to see this recorded back footage and and realize it. But like, even if Etsy can untap and fall, like the draw is still there, so
Yeah, it's exiling all graveyards is actually really painful here. Oh, is this fall? No, onslaught
oh
of.
no, this is gonna get rid of the
Oh
draw.
my god, this gets rid of everything.
That's really bad, yeah.
No, my god.
I was just about to say that the onslaught would get rid of all three of them, but it's unlikely that
Oh
it's unlikely
my
that there would be an
god.
onslaught.
This this could be an actual factual punt.
It certainly could be. I mean, I have to imagine that there's probably still a lot of grindy cards that Mert could have, or Mert could have.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Okay, Dark Bargain, that's a start.
Kind of get back in, yeah. But I guess that the reason you run these skulls is because Dark Bargain, right? And then obviously you have extra synergy that you can pick up like other stuff, but like that's the kind
Yeah,
of
Dark
core.
Bargain I think is I feel like lots of people are sleeping on Dark Bargain, so I'm glad to see that I'm glad to see that we have a few lists because I feel like just in terms of discussion, I haven't seen enough people talking about Dark Bargain.
It's a
It's
really good card for sure.
yep.
Like, wouldn't surprise me if it was like one of the top, I don't know, like 15 cards, something like that.
Yeah.
On like raw power level.
Mhm. Okay, Lyrehorn Stag. This is
Oh, there we go. Surely that will go over the top.
Worm's Wake. Dude, did I even have 12 mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Uh,
9, 10. They're okay. I guess they're one off.
I mean, you just activate the first ability like 3 times, and then you do right.
Yeah, okay. Jesus. I guess that does just win in this matchup.
Eventually, I mean, the problem is you
No,
can
no. I
basically.
mean, not eventually. They win if they have another land in hand. They win. They can just crack it and win
Yeah,
next turn.
what you want to do is you want to do it on end step, right, to dodge sweepers because it's not an
Oh
initiative
yeah,
token.
yeah.
And obviously you've seen onslaughts too, which just put it on the bottom. So you kind of got to
Does Hersey?
wait
Oh,
for
Hersey has the event
oh,
horizon. Oh my God,
so
Hersey clawing their way back into the game.
if you activate this to pull a basic land out of your deck just to thin,
Oh, 100%,
um,
yeah. And then Hersey,
obviously,
if Hersey has another, no, okay, yeah. If hers, no, survey.
oh, it's gonna keep it in play, and I guess tutor another enchantment to the top.
This Muat seems like I feel like this deck has like a bunch of just random cards, but they end up working. Oh wait, does Hersey have the
Yeah,
counterspell? The
there's
sink it, the sink into
there's
doubt.
definitely like a coherent plan because you survey with your sagas and dark bargains and
No,
stuff,
I
right?
mean in the sense of like it feels like there's like, or maybe I don't know what like the composition is, but we've seen lots of cards which I feel like, or like they feel like they wouldn't be four ofs if that makes sense.
Yes, I would imagine. Yeah, if you're running 4 dark bargains and some out of these live ones, which might also be 4, you can kind of get away with playing like a one-off of random enchantments. Like I imagine there's probably only one
Man,
deck
I'm
that
gonna be so sad if Hersey loses after all this. The Lyhorn Stag still presents a 3-turn clock.
Yeah, and has to be down to 2 cards in hand, and also dark bargains quickly becoming close to impossible to use to dig deeper.
Mm-hmm. But Muad doesn't have anything else.
That's a good well, nothing sorcery speed at least. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
it
not
could have
too
another
bad.
could have another survey. What's left? Okay, gets to
I guess there's not
surveil
really
with the
too
veil
much
boundary.
here. I mean, it protects your Lionhorn from being removed. I guess is the thing.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh, Herzi, but I guess that was Herzi's top. Ah,
yeah. Well, Hesi could also just splash in creatures. I mean, we've seen Paper Trail on this, and it wouldn't surprise me if there was Kudex Brutes in here in some number. And
mm-hmm.
they can both eat the stag if it comes in for an attack.
I'm. This match went from like, okay, it's Muad made it oopsie whoopsie, but that's fine. Just wins next turn into on God,
Yeah,
And Hersey has the endless paper trail.
yep.
Oh my
And there
God.
they go, stag down. I mean, it's gonna take a long time for to actually win the game
Oh, okay, yeah.
because the life totals are so high, or the disparity in life totals is so
Okay, so
high.
now Hersey has to answer the Lucian's Trail. Otherwise, Muad can just sack a land, make Lucian's Trail into endless paper trail,
Paper
and
trail,
wins.
yeah. Um, and it also dodges sorcery speed removal and sweepers because
Hmm.
you just don't activate it until.
So Hersey basically,
Uh,
yeah, not even Event Horizon works here.
no, because there's no other non-land
The,
permanents in
but I mean,
play.
like, okay, you play to your outs.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
With your outs being
Dark Bargain.
Muad forgets the second ability of Lucian.
That seems a lot more unlikely than.
Oh wait, no. Oh, Ghastly
Fuck it.
Spirit.
There's
Okay.
got to be something we
I
can do
mean,
here, right?
you
Onslaught doesn't actually remove the Event Horizon doesn't work. Thin the Veil could work. There's a lot of card types, or there's going to be a lot of card types.
you can
Um,
yeah, Thin the
if you pull
Veil.
Thin the Veil, you have 5 card types. If you can't find a removal spell for an enchantment with 5 card types, um, it probably just means you don't have one in main deck. So if there is an out in the deck, I'd imagine that Thin the Veil can find it here.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Oh my
Though
God.
it's kind of awkward because if you find an enchantment removal spell, you can't actually use it on
N-
the thing because it just turns into a creature response, and then
yeah, you
it
need
still has
like
to be a permanent or yeah.
yeah. It needs to be Event Horizon, but you need to get also somehow get two more non-land permanents onto the field.
Well,
It's
Spirit can block at
wait, no,
least,
wait.
right?
Is Thin the Veil instant speed? Oh,
No.
it isn't. Then why did Hersey pick it? Then why did her?
I don't know. But the Ghastly Spirit can block, so you're not dead on board either way.
Okay.
You probably just want to cast it there for another creature, if nothing else. But
Mm-hmm. Oh, also, yeah, with the Yasi Spirit. Well, okay. It would have trade. It would have traded if there wasn't an. Ah!
yeah,
Oh, and that was hers. Oh my
it
God.
really hurts just didn't have any more creatures or anything, because it's really hard to find a removal spell that actually works in that scenario. And if they were only playing 2 paper trail elementals and no other creatures, well, I guess it was the spirit. So maybe I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, that was.
it's hard to say without seeing deck lists.
Yeah, that was.
That
I
was
mean,
pretty egregious.
I think if you don't have an answer for the, yeah, I don't know. I would also, I feel like if you're Hersey, I would also just like, I would not concede there just in case, because Muad has missed enough stuff that I think you just wait. You don't do the
I
concession.
guess it doesn't cost you anything to not concede, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't gonna.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
pretty sure that would have been over.
yeah, because you can if you have more than 2 paper trails, you can search for another paper trail within the veil and play it there, which would have bought you another turn had that played out. But it's very possible that there was only 2 of them in the main deck because it's not the kind of card you necessarily run a lot.
Alternatively, it might be that Hersey was thinking like, okay, I can block and trade if they attack, and then I hold up some piece of counter magic for another threat because I don't want to tap out and let them resolve
Yeah,
some powerful ETB or like a
that would make sense.
planeswalker.
But then you have to pick that card off the return, right? I didn't. Did was Tinderfell the thing that got taken? I believe it was.
Was Thindevale the only card in their hand?
Yes, at the time,
Oh, okay. In that case, then
I
yeah,
believe.
there's I think there's basically zero reason not to cast Thindevale then.
Yeah, I think so, right? Just even if you just pick up your own deck and just double check that there's nothing that you could put into play that helps you. in that situation, which could have been very possible. I'm not sure actually. Like this matchup seems very weird, because it's kind of like grindy mid range versus also kind of grindy control.
I mean,
Like
I think it's Muat favor just because of like the number of two
so they
for.
have more like things that have to die in, as in like the stuff has to die faster. Obviously, Paper Trail Elemental is a card you kind of have to kill, but like there's probably not that many of them. Whereas Muat has all the like gods and then ways to pick them up, and the worms awakes and stuff. Which like if you don't kill those things immediately, then they kind of just grind you out, like or just kill you very quite fast. Like the god is like a what 3 or 4 turns, assuming you've done a little bit of damage to start with, or sometimes
Yeah,
just a bit of
and
command.
like the fact that it also has a lifelink is so backbreaking.
Yeah, in this specific matchup, it's not super relevant, but in other matchups,
I feel like each turn Muat shows me a new card in their deck. Loyal Shield Bearer coming out.
yes,
Um,
I guess
and
it's like
this is kind of the poor man's compulsive patrol, though.
yeah, it's kind of like every card just makes Dark Bargain look like the most absurd card in the game, the deck.
Pretty
Just
much.
everything just synergizes with it by the looks of it.
Okay, Herzi gonna Viper ambush.
So we can create a snake and kill the
Yeah, because you have Death Touch first strike, so you just eat the
yeah.
Shield Bearer. This is it's no surprise that Herzi is playing Viper ambush. It's not good enough for MSCM, but it was based on a card from MSCM 1. Most people don't know that the current iteration of MSCM was actually a reboot of the original, which had no quality control. And in that, there was a card which was basically a Viper ambush, except it had the type trap and it made two snakes. And which was obviously absurd. And it was
Yeah, found it.
yeah, and the crazy part is there were burn decks that could kill you turn two. There were storm decks that could goldfish for
Yeah.
turn one. Despite that, Herzi won the first MSCM or one tournament with blue black control, with one of the main cards being the kind of inspiration for Viper Ambush. So, those are basically a little history lesson on why I think Herzi probably is playing this card. It's both good, but it's also like has personal
Yeah,
significance.
this is the kind of matchup where it shines because you will probably get to trade that snake for another card. Like it will block something or be removed by something at some point. Um,
Hmm.
Whereas because this doesn't seem like the kind of deck that's going to have like random chip damage. Like
Wait, this is weird.
you know,
What is Hersey Thin the Veiling for one? Or I guess maybe
you
might
can
just
just choose to
yeah.
put a hard cast too. Like
That's fair. That's fair.
I'd imagine probably going to do that. Yeah.
Okay, grabbing a Ghastly Spirit. Interesting that Hersey like tapped out for that, especially when Muat has seven cards in hand, and like turn four is when you would expect a Haymaker like the Black God to come down. So
Yeah, I mean, the Black God is like you can kind of kill it. I don't know if there's nothing that unless it's going to get picked up again by something else at some point, but I'm not sure if it's just like you just want to go for a plan of you think your hand can outgrind. Obviously, we can't see the hand, so I don't know.
okay, Weaving of the World coming down. I think if you're Hersey, you don't mind this. It allows them to ramp a bit, but like
Yeah,
it's it's
it's probably
pretty
just ignore it
non-impactful.
for the most part. Yeah, you probably don't want to spend cards on getting rid. It's kind of weird because like Event Horizon is not that good on either side of this matchup because there's just not that many permanents in play. Um,
Well, there's not that many
Unless
permanents in play because they're deliberately trading them off as hard as they can.
yeah, like the one way it can work is if someone stacks up a bunch of dark bargains, but then you kind of have to like not use the dark bargains, which also isn't that good for you.
Yeah, okay, so Hersey is now going to keep up interaction. We know that they have the Ghastly Spirits, so they're deliberately keeping something up here. Probably Sink into
Yeah,
Doubts if last match. I think that it makes sense to keep up Sink into Doubt here because it rapidly becomes worse with Weaving of the World ramping. So like
makes
you
sense.
could evaluate it as like, hey, this is like the last turn where I'm going to get some value out of it, if any.
And they've also got paper trails too, which obviously can just come down here if nothing else needs to. You know, there's nothing you want to counter or remove. Mott has 7 cards in hand, so I assume has the ability to play something, though potentially might be afraid of having 5 mana open on the other side. I guess you can go for something that costs 3 and then just pay the 4 if you get hit with the sink. The god costs 4, right? So you can't sneak that under this turn.
Okay, Lyrehorn stag coming down. You probably grab
Yeah,
a
this dodges
worms.
the sink. So my guess is um, that he was probably playing around that there.
Hmm.
Because if Herzi sinks, you can just pay the 4. Finds Lucian's Trail. Doesn't seem like a card that's like that good in this matchup, but maybe you're anticipating a paper trail coming down since there was no opportunity to counter the spell. No, I'm just going to run this out. I guess it's going to resolve. I mean, it seems fine to do this. Like, you have so many cards in hand. You don't really care if this gets killed. Is the sound dead?
I think it's just that it's the same thing as always that we were a little quiet. Also, wow, this is a
Uh,
hell of a
can't
sideboard piece
possibly.
from Herzi. Though
Yeah,
obviously
seems quite good in this matchup. Yeah.
you'd prefer to run it out for more than two, but yeah.
I wonder how often these cards actually, like, the backside actually happens. Because it feels like if you have a removal, you probably just kill them um, pre-combat. And in this specific matchup, there's not really going to be that much like creature combat outside of paper trails eating smaller creatures. And I doubt that Muat probably has any ways to sacrifice anything.
Okay, I'm just gonna swing in for 6. Herzi, whoa, no?
Yeah, you can trade the snake for that. I guess that's
I
a
think,
way that
yeah, the
the
problem
god
is,
can transform. But
yeah, Mercald would come back. So probably Event Horizon right here? No, Nivea's Regret. Oh, okay.
I I don't know if you even care that much if Makart transforms though, because it transforms into essentially a drain for. I mean, like obviously you have to kill it again when it comes back to play as a creature, but losing 4 life isn't that bad, so you just kind of put it on suspend for a while and take less damage overall that way.
Also, it looks like Herzi decided to do that at start of combat, which is why Mercald is not coming back.
Yeah, that makes sense. You want to do that to stop the return trigger. Oh, but it's going to come back anyway, is my guess.
Yep, Mercald is the one being recurred. So,
Yep, that seems like a good play.
yeah, and Muat still has 5 cards in hand.
Yeah, it's quite hard to outgrind this if you're not like putting a much counter pressure. I mean, this paper is putting some counter pressure. Like
Maybe
what, 2 more turns?
it could be Paper Trail and then main 2 wipe.
Possibly. I don't know if you. Well, the awkward thing is killing your paper trail is kind of bad here in a sense. Obviously, you might have to do it because you don't want to die to these things if it's the only answer you have.
Yeah, so Herzy gonna
Um,
pass.
but the
Oh,
paper trail
wait,
currently is like,
wait, I just realized that Muat is at 7 life. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, because the paper trail is kind of clocking in a meaningful way. So ideally, you might, if you have it, you want to remove these things in other ways.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you Viper Ambush, kill Markalt, and then
Yeah,
yeah, you still have a
that way
two
you
turn
can deny
clock.
the life gain, and you don't really care about the trigger because your paper trail clocks faster than. Though I think does Mart still have the Lucian's thing, the exile card in hand that they found off of something? I think the stag. Because if they do, that's a way for them to kill the paper trail, or at least attempt to kill the paper trail. And I believe that they searched for that earlier in the game and haven't cast it yet, but I could be wrong.
I'll check in chat.
Oh, or well, I mean, this also does a pretty good job if it resolves of keeping you alive.
Yeah, okay, they did search up Lucian's trail. So
Yeah.
okay, and they're not minus threeing Jorah? These are some really
Well,
greedy plays coming out from Muat. No, wait, they just die here, unless I'm missing something, because you just attack with Endless Paper Trail and a snake. Oh wait, no, they gain 3 life.
yeah, because you gain three. Dura will gain you at least one, which keeps you alive from. Well, does it keep you alive if you hit a one drop? I'm not sure. I guess not. Oh no, it would, yeah, it would keep you alive exactly if they hit a one drop because they go to 6 and take 5 back. So I guess the thought is that there's probably not a second creature or a third creature that can come down and actually kill you. So honestly, I don't hate that. It is a little greedy, but like, because the problem now, if Herzi just kills Jorah with something, um, you end up in kind of an awkward spot again. Whereas if you had done that but removed the paper trail in the exchange, you're kind of in a much better spot in the aftermath.
Because there's exactly enough permanence that Event Horizon is online on Jorah. The awkward thing, of course, is
Yes.
that if you sack the clue to try and find an Event Horizon, no longer that.
Yeah. So it's an interesting play. I guess it's kind of awkward because you don't like attacking the planeswalker is kind of the same as just attacking the face, but the planeswalker gains you life back. So it's like it's kind of an awkward spot there.
And the Planeswalker can also just kill, but it looks like Hersey's just going for face. I mean, but
Yeah.
like you don't have burn is the thing, so I don't know how. And
I wonder if there's any
oh wait,
any
okay,
black spells that
event.
do
Okay,
damage. Yeah, this makes
yeah.
sense.
So you
Yeah.
Event Horizon, and then presumably Hersey has another. No, actually, wait. Sorry, Mercalt
Well,
is.
this is how you get punished for not killing the paper trail. This is when it goes wrong for you if this happens. Because in the scenario where Herzi
Yeah.
doesn't have removal, I think that plays quite good, but it is a little bit risky because obviously they have 6 cards in hand or whatever it was at the time. So the chance of them having removal is pretty high and clues on the board to get more cards.
Yeah. So what it like Muat just has to run out the thing on the endless paper trail, but then
Yeah. Oh, and the legend actually damages you, which I didn't realize. So I guess.
oh, it's each player. Oh, so
Yeah,
Muat's
I
just
thought it was only opponent.
oh
Yeah.
Muat's just dead. So the way they need 2 removal spells, one for their own Legend of
Yeah. You can.
Mercalt, and one for the endless
Well,
paper
no,
trail.
I think that was the second trigger. So I think it now has 2 law counters on it, which I assume means it already triggered once and lost 2 life. But you have to kill the paper trail and then hope that nothing kills your Scald or you're dead on board.
Hmm.
Like I have to imagine with 6 cards in hand though, there's some like one of them we know is the Lucian's thing, I believe. Again, I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty
No,
sure they still
I
have it
went
in
back in
hand.
chat and they did grab the Lucian's trail.
Yeah, okay. So at the very least, you can Lucian's the paper trail and block the snake, and you don't like you beat the board. you can't necessarily beat anything from hand, but beating the board is a good start.
And yeah, finally the Lucian's Trail coming up to gobble gobble the paper trail.
Yeah, actually, this is good because it makes another blocker too, right? Because you can activate this if Herzi goes to kill
Yeah,
the Scald, you
it
can
trades quite
block with this
nicely.
thing.
Um,
Yeah,
Hersey, this is the problem. Yeah, Hersey just has no reach. Okay, Muat with the danger. Is Muat gonna attack with this with the
that
Scald?
doesn't seem like a good play to me. But
That's definitely a losing play. But
I mean, eventually you do kind of need to counter pressure, but like, I don't think this turn is the turn you want to do that. I wonder if there's any black spells that like are damage based that can like hit fate. I mean, I don't know if any of them exist in this format. Obviously, sometimes in canon sets they print like deal 2 damage to any target, you gain 2 life or whatever.
yeah, we don't
Um,
have a villainy in this format. But
no, for like Sorin's Thirst, so I'm not sure if any of those can go face. But that's the kind of card that like if it existed, I could see being in this deck.
yeah, also like
I guess we saw the
like I
minus
think
three one,
like
but that
you
one
could
was
also just
different.
like thin the veil and like grab some. You could just like depending on what answers Hersey has, could just like grab
Yes, you could
something.
do that. So you do need 2 things to win this turn because you need to remove 2 creatures. One of them like sort of has to be removed at instant speed. Though I
Yeah,
think even if you don't have that, you're not in like a terrible spot.
Markal coming back
Like the
is a little bit sus, but yeah, I agree.
yeah, it doesn't have haste, which is probably
Okay,
quite
so that
relevant.
takes care of the Scald.
Yep, so that's step one. That's the easier to deal with creature.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, there's enough permanence for Event Horizon, which would kill it. Like even if you target it as an enchantment or a creature, it kills it either way. So
Mm-hmm. And we know Hersey has the Ghastly Spirit from way back when that they never cast, right? So
yes, I believe so.
yeah,
Does that return any card, or is it only permanents, or not? Is it non-lands?
I
Maybe.
believe it's
Oh, if it's
non-land.
non-lands, it still works.
I think it's non-land cards, so I think you should be able to
Um,
just be able to get back your old Event Horizon.
so you could,
Obviously not this turn,
so you
but
could, yeah. So you kill the Scald, attack with the snake, trade with the paper trail, and then play the spirit to pick up either the Event Horizon or um, another Thin the Veil, maybe.
whoa, what is
Oh
this?
well,
Survey what's left.
I guess this you exile the snake instead of trading it. Doesn't seem like
No,
this
because
achieves a whole lot.
you I guess.
Because the paper trail thing, like you can't sacrifice and become a snake, right? So it kind of doesn't do anything.
And wait, why did Muat pay a bunch of mana there? Am I missing something?
Well, they flickered the one of their lands in the Lucian's Trail with the survey, but I don't think it really did anything.
Yeah, but why did they tapped like approximately three more mana than they should have, if that
Oh, uh, I don't know. Maybe they had it tapped from something else earlier in the turn. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Okay, so now it looks like Hersey's just gonna. Oh no, Thin the Veil. Okay, I was about to say the Ghastly Spirit, but hey, Thin the Veil works as well.
Yeah, you can thin the veil for, I assume, some relevant card here. Oh,
Uh,
yeah, no, this makes sense because this then kills on upkeep
this
if
is actually so hilarious.
Mutt can't be in life.
The, uh,
I'm trying to figure out if I missed something with the Lucian's Trail because it seems like if you just sack a land and block, you don't spend your survey and the same thing happens.
yeah, and you say
That is how that
and
works, right?
yeah, and you save the survey for removal on Mercalt.
Yeah.
You can
I mean,
you can
obviously you have to
and you
sacrifice a
can
land in that scenario, but like
well,
I
like
don't
you have
think you
so
care
many.
about that too
Yeah.
much. Yeah, exactly.
So now it's Muat needs exactly Event Horizon.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. There might be other things. Just any way to gain life, because obviously the fall will eventually kill you, but like gaining life stops you dying like on the next turn, and then the Mercalt can attack with lifelink.
Hmm.
I assume it should be a creature now. I don't know if that's
I think that's Muat forgetting. Okay, Loyal Shield Bearer. Bounce, you bounce. Oh, you bounce the Lucian's Trail, grab Fall of Athenis.
Hmm. Yeah, no,
No!
that works. That does it.
Oh, man. Yeah, that works. Oh, boy.
At least it stops you from being dead on board.
These have been some wild games.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there we go. This is it. Turning back into a creature, I imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, and so now suddenly the pendulum is quite in Muat's favor because
Well, yeah, you have to imagine that if they get to untap with the life linking Occult, it suddenly becomes a lot harder because it puts you to 5, which is then out of range of 1 paper trail swing. Which would, I assume, be
man,
the way
I
that
was
Herzi could like sneak in the extra
yeah.
4.
Yeah, I was thinking like, man, if only you could like if Fall of Aetanus was 3 life, you could like Lucian's Trail the Fall of Aetanus, waste one of your own lands, ping Herzi for 3, Morkalt is now online.
Yeah.
Oh, and apparently we've got 2 minutes on the clock, so this could, if Muat doesn't close this out, this could. I mean, actually the thing is on Herzi, so if Herzi doesn't close this out, this could go to Muat's win. So
Yeah, I mean these are some extremely grindy looking decks,
so
Muats
Gat,
especially, but
so okay, like you need Herzi, you need a kill, Herzi.
yeah, it's just so hard for a deck like this to squeeze out that last like couple points.
Did Herzi play a land this turn? Oh God, no. Herzi
I
can't thin the veil this
don't
turn.
think so.
Ay 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 ay. I
I
guess
guess there's just nothing that you can like. I think including one Kugak's Brood in this deck to thin for is. I don't know if it would help in this specific situation, but like it seems like a good one of that you can like just
and yes to people in chat, Muat is up 1-0.
yes.
This
So
is
it would
game
be a,
2.
a 1-0 a 1-0 draw, or yeah, like a win to Muat, but a 1 and then a draw.
So Herzi needs to have a way to kill Merkalt. I think
Yes.
if Herzi kills Merkalt here, they just swing in with Ghastly Spirit and win.
Yep. Which could happen. I mean, what did they pick up? They picked up Thin the Veil
They
again?
picked up Thin the Veil, which makes me feel that they have a removal spell. Because,
Yeah, because otherwise you would pick up Event Horizon, right?
yeah, to do
To
something.
not die.
Yeah, or to like, yeah,
Or
yeah.
Hyper Ambush even. Just any like way to.
Like if they threatened to play a Lucian's Trail. Like, I think you would have picked up Event Horizon because then if they have a second Lucian's Trail, that allows you to. Well, actually, it doesn't really work that way because Lucian's
Yeah,
Trail
Event
is.
Lucian Trail's super weird.
Like they,
um,
it's not an O
it's hard
ring.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's difficult to. So yeah, you can now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so you Event Horizon this. Let the two hit you. Um, What probably doesn't have a way to make this that like obviously you can survey or whatever, but like it's hard to make that work and get the damage to connect there. Yeah, it looks like it's just gonna get exiled. So unless we see like Jorah post combat, maybe that's probably the well, I mean, I guess the thing is any removal spell technically means you're not dead, right? Because you just kill the spirit and yeah. I'm not sure why the first one disappeared, but oh, did it get put into hand? Oh, yeah, it got bounced back to hand, I guess is what
Yeah,
happened with the shield
with Shield
bearers.
Bear.
Oh dear.
Jeez.
Making it as hard as possible to get this last point of damage.
Yeah, and according to people, time has been called. So this is we're on turns. Oh my
Uh-oh.
god, dude.
I can't. Oh wait, yeah, okay. It looks like they have a counter, so they know. I was going to say we can't type in the chat, but I guess someone probably pinged on the Discord. So I
Mm.
mean, we're probably going to end up with a 1-0 draw, right, or a 1-0 win because
I mean, what can Hersey pick up here?
paper trail is the way you kill, but
The problem is actually loyal Shieldbearer plus Lucian's Trail is so
Yeah,
dirty.
it makes it quite like obviously you can flash in the paper trail at end of turn, but since you only have you sort of have to do it at the end of like this turn. Yeah, it's very tough. And at some point your life total becomes sort of relevant, though I guess because we're going to turns it probably doesn't matter that much because I think the game's probably over before Muat can actually kill you.
Yeah, unless Muat like pulled something
Okay,
crazy.
so
Okay, here comes the Thin the Veil.
thinning for you can thin for another fall, I guess.
No, the problem is
And
that also gets Lucian trailed. Like you need
oh wait, yeah.
so Ghastly Spirit getting back what?
Well, no, because if you fall, you're basically forcing them to have another way to make the Lucian's Trail like enter play again, right? Unless
No,
there's one
because
in hand that I missed, which there
no,
might be, to be
no.
honest.
Wait, why? Because they just bounce it with loyal shield bearer.
Well, no, because fall kills them before the.
Wait, how? Because you play fall. It's not flat. It doesn't have flash, right? So you play it on their turn. They use loyal shield bearer to bounce Lucian's trail, and they Lucian's trail
But
it.
fall is it fall only when it casts from your hand, or is it when it's cast from anywhere? Because if it's when it's cast from anywhere, you sweep when you play it, so the shield bearer is dead at that point.
Oh right, yeah, it does do the yeah.
But I'm not
Okay,
sure if it's only from hand, which it may be.
no, but wait, how does
Yeah, fall is only
Tin the
from
Veil
hand, so you can't actually
if it has
thin
mana
for
value?
fall as a sweeper,
Right.
which is kind of unfortunate.
Oh, okay. So is this so
So I guess
Herzi's next turn is turn 5? Is if I'm reading everything in chat right?
I think this is turn two now, so I think we'll go to turn three. So there'll be one more turn for each. Well, yeah, so it'll be Hertzy, then what, then Hertzy again, I think.
Okay.
But the problem is this attack doesn't like you can trade your spirit for one of them, and if you
No,
don't
yeah,
do
no,
that,
no.
then the shield bearer bounces the trail and then kills it
No,
anyway,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
you 100% trade Spirit for Shield Bearer here. This actually gives Herzi a potential out, right?
yes, it does remove the lock. Well, like part of the lock, yeah. So it's probably the play you make if you think you have any outs at all. I would imagine. And, I mean, obviously there might be a card from hand that we don't know about too. There's two mana open, so it looks like they just took it though. They have gone down to buy four life on in the. I don't know.
Why did Muat concede? What?
Maybe they something was said in chat somewhere
I'm okay.
on the server
Let's
or
go check it
something.
out. Wait, I need to find out like what is the actual resolution of this? Did Muat just end up winning? What happened?
They reported a 1-1 draw, so maybe that was game two, the first game we saw.
No, because what? No, Muat
Or maybe they just had
conceded.
to go, I guess. I don't know. I'm slightly confused as well, but there's probably
What?
some reason
Wait.
behind it.
Yeah, I'm so confused.
Ah, I see. Because you
Oh.
Event Horizon,
Oh, because you event Horizon in response to them trying to bounce the Lucian's trail.
yeah, because you can respond with
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, and with that makes
I didn't
sense.
realize Hersey had a known Event Horizon.
No, there was there was so much going on in that game. I
Okay,
don't,
so
yeah,
actually
it's not
attacking with the
surprising.
loyal shield bearer was a bait to try and get Hersey to block.
Yes,
Okay,
which makes sense.
okay. So in I think one of the craziest sets I've seen, Hersey
Yeah.
manages to on turns.
I was trying my best to keep track of what was happening, but it was
Yeah,
it was quite difficult.
After Muad was on one life for like 5 turns, Hersey finally manages to take them out and even up the score.
Yes.
Jesus. Well,
Oh
okay.
dear.
Well, thanks everyone for joining us for that round two match. Um, we are going to, like last time, take a small break while we wait for pairings for round three to go up, and then we'll be back spectating a match then. But yeah, until then,